Mealtime with children can be a real challenge, so it's important to know what different strategies are available to you when feeding young children. Let's look at 3 different scenarios involving Jamal. In the first scenario, the child care provider offers plated lunches. Every child, including Jamal, has a pre-measured portion of each component of the menu: macaroni and cheese, ham, broccoli, strawberries, and milk. The meal doesn't thrill Jamal, but his teacher insists that he eat at least one bite of everything on his plate. While the other children eat their meals, the back-and-forth struggle between Jamal refusing to eat and the teacher trying to make him eat continues. Jamal ends up not touching any of his food. When the other children have all finished eating, Jamal is allowed to leave with them and told to get ready for nap time. This is not an ideal scenario. The fruitless power struggle doesn't benefit Jamal or the teachers, and the pressure Jamal feels from it could have a lasting negative impact on how he views mealtime and eating. Let's look at a second scenario now, where the child care facility offers family-style meals. The meal is essentially the same, but in this case, the ham and broccoli has been chopped and mixed in with the macaroni and cheese. The children serve themselves the parts they want, in the amount they want, and pass it around the table. When the food comes to Jamal, he first takes a good-sized serving of strawberries before passing them along. When the macaroni dish is passed to him, Jamal makes a funny face, but does take a small scoop, trying to get only the macaroni in his scoop. He starts picking the ham and broccoli out of his scoop of macaroni, but the teacher says, "Jamal, you know the rule. You have to take a bite of everything on your plate." But Jamal only wants the macaroni and strawberries. When the children finish eating and start to leave the table, the teacher stops Jamal and tells him he must take a no-thank-you bite of the ham and broccoli he picked out from the macaroni. Requiring children to take a no-thank-you bite can create an unhelpful power struggle over the meal and elicit many negative responses from children. Children have a natural internal sensor that regulates their body and sends a signal to their brain to alert them when they are hungry, thirsty, and full. The third scenario follows Ellen Satter's division of responsibility guidance. This makes the adult responsible for what food is served and when and where it will be served, but leaves the child responsible for how much, if any, of each food they want. This time, the meal is the same, but every component of the meal is in its own separate serving dish. At least one of the teachers sits and eats with the children, which unconsciously makes the children more comfortable and creates a more relaxed environment. The children pass around the different serving dishes and serve themselves the food they want, while passing along any foods they choose not to take. They enjoy their meal and have conversations with the teacher sitting with them. In this case, the children aren't required to eat food that someone else has already served them, and no child is shamed or made an example of because they don't like their foods mixed, or simply don't like or want a certain food at a certain time. Left alone to make their own food choices, the picky eater child may surprise everyone and eat foods no one thought they would even try. They enjoy their meal and have conversations with the teacher sitting with them. She also models eating a variety of foods. And if any child chooses not to try a food today, then maybe they will try it some other day. Regardless, there is no potentially harmful power struggle over a basic and simple thing like eating, and the likelihood of developing good eating habits is increased instead of decreased.